Well, hello. David Taub here, coming to you from Next Level Guitar, and welcome to another Inspired By series. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the chuck, or the rhythmic percussive playing, and adding it into your strumming, because it's really going to add so much interest and make it so much more fun for you, the player, and more interesting for the people listening, right? And you're going to be doing this across your playing once you get good at this, and throwing it in all the time. And so many guys use it, from contemporary acoustic artists like Jack Johnson to, electric players. Everybody basically uses this. And I'm going to show it to you on acoustic. You could do it on electric. The technique is the same. I'm going to show you the technique today to use with bar chords. The technique is a little different with open chords, and if you want to learn about that, you can go to our website at nextlevelguitar.com. We have extensive video lessons on that, as well as we have extensive video lessons and practice regimens using this chucking technique I'm going to show you here, just to get you started. And what I'm talking about is this rhythmic kind of percussiveness that you can do in a simple strum or a complex strum. I'm talking about whack. Talking about that, or in another type, an eighth notes, or you could do it with like. So what I'm talking about is this percussive kind of whacking, and or wick whacking, as some people might call it. Others call it the chuck. Why is it called the chuck? I don't know. It kind of sounds a little like a chuck, maybe, or the guy who invented it, the guy who invented it, his name might be Chuck. I don't know. If anybody knows that, send me an email. I'd like to know. But the industry standard seems to be the chuck. So it's the technique I'm going to show you with bar chords. Let's do it with bar chords. It's actually easier with bar chords, the technique, than it is to do it with open chords. And all it is the left hand just coming off pressure. That's all it is. I'm going to wheel up and show you this close. But at first, like I always say, make it easy for yourself. Let's just take a simple eighth note strum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and playing on every beat. We're not doing a pattern. And the easiest way my students have gravitated toward this at first was just do this. Go down, up, chuck, up. Down, up, chuck, up. Down, up, chuck, up. Okay, it'll sound like this. Down, up, chuck, up. Down, up, chuck, up. Down, up, chuck, up. Down, up, chuck, up. Okay, now when I say chuck, what I'm actually doing is my hand is coming off, not off the strings, but I'm basically just loosening pressure. So I'm going on. You come off pressure, you keep your hand in the same shape. I'm just playing an A major bar chord at the 5th fret here. That's the sound you want to get. Hold your hand on the strings, but don't push down, and have it in the shape of, like, in this instance, a major bar chord. And what you want to do is you want to hit the strings as you're off pressure. And see, when you go on pressure, obviously you'll hear the chord, but when you're off pressure, you hear the chuck. So this is the technique. It's all squeezing, letting go, squeezing, letting go, in the pattern that you want. And in this instance, let's just do a down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up. Now when you first start this, you might hear something like this, maybe, or you're not gonna get it perfect. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Remember, you gotta come off all the strings. That's the sound you want. Not, see, because I'm still kind of, my one finger was pressing down on one of the strings. You want to get it with your hand not off the fretboard. You want to have all your fingers, and especially that first bar finger, you still want to control all the strings, but you want to come off pressure. So it's like you're not squeezing anymore, but leave them on there, and that's how you get it. So then try it just with a down, up, off pressure, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, let go, up, down, up, let go, up, down, up, let go, and then back on. Down, up, chuck, up, down, up, off, on, down, up, off, on, down, off, on. And when you get good at that, start moving it around and stay just like on 6-string bar chords. Take the G to the A to the F or something like that, or to the B or whatever. What I'm talking about is this. Practice moving it around. And then when you get good at that, try going from like a 6-string major, okay, to maybe a 5th string minor chord, like a D minor or something, and try moving it around changing strings, something like D minor, A major, maybe go to C minor and then D minor, A major. Not necessarily making musical sense, but practicing the technique. And then go like in what I kind of came up with these diagonal patterns that my students really like. You go from the 6th string major, A major, diagonally, this is the next step in the evolution of this, to the 5th string minor, in this instance C minor, then go straight up to the G major, and then diagonal to the D minor, right? And try it at first just with a down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down. Diagonal, back to A major, C minor, D major, D minor. Then start moving it the other direction. D major, D minor. And this is going to get you good at moving your bar chords around while chucking. Okay, and then all you have to do is just insert different chucks in your strum patterns. Like, take the most basic strums we went over together, like down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. It might get a little boring after a while. Let's put a chuck on the 2nd downstroke. So you're going to be playing like down, and then a down chuck, up, down, down, chuck, up, down, up. So it'll sound like this: down, chuck, up, down, down. See how much interest that just one percussiveness, that one just adds so much. Down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, off, loosen, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, and then move that around. What I was doing there was I was adding another chuck. I was going down, down chuck, up, and then down chuck again. So now, down chuck, up, chuck, up. So you're doing 2 chucks. See how you can progress with this. Down, chuck, up, chuck, down, chuck, up, chuck, down, chuck. Every time I say chuck, you're loosening pressure. Down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, up. Move it to G. Up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck. Okay? So practice that, enjoy it. When you get real good at that, you could, like we go in our websites, on our website, at Next Level Guitar, we start talking about like 16th note chucking. Where you're playing 16ths with the right hand, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, but the left hand is off on in like a pattern. See, the right hand doesn't stop the 16th. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So you can get a whole pattern just by coming off and on pressure. And you got to think rhythmically, and that comes with time, and we will help you. So enjoy that. Visit our website. Remember, think rhythmically, add interest to your music, and rhythmic chucking is a great way to do that. I hope this helps. We'll see you in the next lesson. Rock on.